Good afternoon, Idol, Captain Joy Roa. That's how my husband Romy calls you. In fact, even me and our 4 children calls you that. I would like to introduce myself. I'm Sofia Condat, 48 years old, housewife and with 4 kids. Our family is based here in Cauayan City, Isabela. My husband Romy is 49, turning 50 this September 5. Romy is a teacher and the vice chief for academics of their school. He's a good father to our children and a very sweet and thoughtful husband to me, especially when I suffered from an illness last year. We found out that I had breast cancer stage 3 last year. He's been beside me to pray, to comfort and to support me the whole time. Siya rin po ang tumayong nanay at tatay sa aming mga anak. Ginagawa niya ang mga trabahong bahay na dati ay ako ang gumagawa. Pati ang pagmomonitor sa pag-aaral ng mga anak namin. Nakayanan po niyang lahat ng ito, pati ang kanyang trabaho sa eskwelahan. Now it's my turn. Gusto ko po sanang suklian ang lahat ng sakripisyo niya sa amin. He wanted to be a pilot when he was young because he wanted to travel and go to different places. I want to surprise him on his birthday with your help. Minsan po kasi, nabanggit niya sa akin na sana ay makita at makausap niya kayo kung pwede lang po. Gusto ko lang po sana siya maging masaya at ito lang po ang naisip ko na paraan. Hoping for your kind consideration. Have a nice day, God be with you, and bless you always.
Dear Sophie, thank you very much for your email. I would love to meet your whole family after reading it. My friends would always say that I have a character and face that only my mother can love. So I will have your first paragraph framed and show it to everyone. Anyone who wants to be a pilot is a person with a free spirit and will always have a sense of adventure. You are very lucky to have a husband like Romy. I always welcome the opportunity to meet and chat with people who would have a love for aviation. If I could only be half as good and as nice as Romy, my wife will throw all our life savings to have a statue made of me beside Jose Rizal in Luneta. You are indeed very lucky, and I would be very happy to meet Romy. I think you will also be my idol. Thanks again, and very happy to hear from you. The team and I wasted no time in making Sophie's request a reality for this couple. In a series of correspondence, we planned out a surprise party for Romy at the hangar. Sophie's relatives in Manila were also there to join us in the surprise.
So we're all set, the food is ready, the cake is prepared, and Sophie's relatives are here. We're just waiting for them.
The family arrives in the driveway. I hope Romy still has no inkling of what's taking place. Sophie's excuse is that she is attending a reunion with co-workers from the international airport where she used to work. Even the kids were not aware of the surprise.
Happy birthday, Romy!
I'm so glad.
Happy birthday!
Hello po. Thank you.
Kanta mo tayo ng happy birthday kay Romy.
Happy birthday, Romy. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Romy.
Ikaw yung nag-entertain sa tawag ngayon? Ano bang ano?
Naku, si Sofi dapat pasalamatan mo at si Sofi sumulat pa sa ANC. Gusto lang niya magpasalamat sa'yo. Sobrang bait mo na asawa, kaya hindi niya malaman anong gagawin niya para sa'yo. Oh! Nagiyak! Baka lahat tayo mag-iyakan.
I'm glad our plans went without a hitch. But I was even happier to meet Romy, Sofi and their family, who are such nice people.
Present gift to Captain Joy. I wrote here a dedication. It says here, now my friend, but still my idol, Captain Joy Roa.
We also toured the hangar and had fun being around the airplanes.
I wasn't just surprised. I was ecstatic. I can't still get over my thoughts of having time with you and you giving me your time.
I had a wonderful day spending it with your whole family. And very happy to see you in my shirt and in my chair.
One thing that came to me is on how I would imagine my pupils and students to live the same kind of life that you have. It's not only in living luxuriously, but more on the kind of life that is not seen in your episodes in Air Safari. If I may, I would like to invite the team, of course, most especially Captain Joy, to be with us in Cauayan, Isabela, in particular in our school,
Sure,
Centro de Cultura.
I will be there. I am not sure if I'm a good speaker. Please keep all the tomatoes away from the market 1 week before.
It's not necessary, Captain Joy, that you be a good speaker in front of them. It's more of you're being a person that will exude your personality, what's inside you, your humility, your sincerity, that I'm sure they will all capture.
Thank you very much. I might believe that, Romy. Can we record this?
I was very happy to receive their invitation to go to Cauayan and visit their school. When we come back, I am welcomed by the warmth of this city. Up next. Taking Romy up on his invitation, I headed to Cauayan City.
Nakarating din.
It was great to see the family again and spend time in their home, which is just as warm and welcoming as they are. I've flown to Cauayan many times before, but never ventured far from its airport. I took the time to visit an old friend, Bong Campo Sagrado, who owns Cyclone Airways, whose main hub is the Cauayan Airport.
Hey Bong, how are you?
Hi.
I couldn't be in Cauayan without visiting you.
Oh, thank you.
How's life?
It's still the same.
You're gaining a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Flying in Cauayan is only Campo Sagrado.
For almost 54 years.
I know.
Yeah. So we decided to stay. He decided to serve this coastal town, and then
Great.
with the support of the former Governor D.
It was nice to catch up with an old friend and see how the business is doing. Still, with a bit of time before the speaking engagement, I decided to walk around the town.
Cauayan is the agro-industrial capital of the Cauayan Valley. It got its name because of the abundant mango trees surrounding the town.
Cauayan means bamboo in the native dialect. Fast-growing, sturdy, and versatile. These best describe the bamboo plant and are good qualities a city named after it can aspire for. Romy caught up with me to show me around. It was the feast of the town's patron, the Lady of the Pillar. The church, built in 1825 by the Dominican friars, has been destroyed by war and earthquake except for its facade, which still stands today. Its interior has been replaced by a modern structure. This is the same church where Romy was baptized and where he and his family hear Mass every Sunday. Romy tells me that some establishments here have existed for many decades, surviving the changing times. One of which is Gem's Shopping Emporium, owned by the Asinas family. Sundy Asinas was there to meet us. It was interesting to note how the family decided to stay in Cauayan and expand the business here.
We would have gone shopping, Sandy, but we don't have any money today.
That evening, we proceeded to the school for the talk. Centro de Cultura, or CDC, is a private school in Cauayan City offering primary and secondary education. Together with his brother Ed, Romy put up the school in this area where their family's house used to be. The students gave us a very warm welcome, and I was very impressed with their outstanding presentations. Although I'm not used to public speaking, I immediately felt comfortable, and it was nice to share stories with them. I hope to impart some inspiration to the students, teachers, and parents attending that evening.
But with the struggle, I learned 4 lessons in my aviation life that I would like to share with you because it has given meaning to my life and have made me happy and fulfilled. Number 1, there are no shortcuts and guarantees in life. The second that I learned was one has to be passionate in everything that he does and should give your best in everything that you do. The third is treat everyone with sincerity and humility. I think this is very important, especially when you're doing business or in just dealing with everybody. And the last that I have learned is that be a man for others and never just think of yourself. I think our country is becoming the way it is because a lot of people only think of themselves.
So now, my last assignment in life and fulfilling the promise to be a man for others, I have put up a foundation to help young aviators to start their careers. In fact, tonight, I've offered to give a scholarship to, I think, one of the kids here, which Romy will announce later on.
At the end of the talk, we gave a scholarship grant to a well-deserving student, Kim Simon Infiel, who wants to pursue a career in aviation. His parents are both public school teachers. I was able to meet some of the parents and students who stayed after. A few of them wanted to show me some interesting things about their town, so the decision was made for me to stay a few more days to get to know more about Cauayan. Join me as I experience life in the countryside after the break. Before setting out to explore the city, I thought I'd pay a visit to the current mayor, Mayor Bernard D., whose uncles have been friends of mine for the longest time.
It's our pleasure for you dropping by. I know you're a very busy person, and to be visiting our city is really a great honor.
It's a pleasure and honor for me.
What's new in the city?
We've been very busy in terms of welcoming investors and guests also. But one of the things also that we're trying to achieve here in the city is for it to become the ideal city of the North. We're trying our best to make to set an example for the citizens of Cauayan to be the models of active citizenry.
It's great, huh? I think it's a hard mission, but it's a good vision that you can be proud of being called a Cauayan.
If we can we switch places sometimes?
Why not? You have such a good place to live in. Everybody looks so happy and pleasant. Yes, I can run this city. What do you think?
I'd like to fly around the world too.
Will they trade a young, good-looking mayor for an old pilot?
I'm sure they'll consider it. But thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay.
My pleasure.
With its own airport, Cauayan is now accessible via commercial airlines flying from Manila. But where does one stay while in Cauayan? I was surprised that hotels are mushrooming throughout the city, which is a good sign of progress. One of the newest is Hotel Andrea, owned by Maricar, whose kids are students at the CDC.
Thank you for inviting me to be staying here. It's such a nice place. Very convenient.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, the hotel was located at the heart of the city.
I know.
So I was thinking it should be a one-stop hotel that really caters for the needs of the businessmen and the travelers as well. Cauayan is becoming a business center.
Well, I think the most important asset of your province is that everybody has been so nice to us.
Yeah, thank you.
Well-appointed rooms and comfortable amenities ensure a pleasant stay. After a good night's rest, we started out early the next day.
And this morning, we're off to the Gulayan ng Bayan. So we're ready to start harvesting.
The Gulayan ng Bayan is a government livelihood project encouraging locals to do backyard farming, taking advantage of the fertile land to grow vegetables and fruits for their consumption and to supply the public market. Here, visitors are given a chance to handpick fresh produce and see how local crops are grown. Shona, from the local municipality, was there to tell us more about backyard farming. The townspeople tell me that there is often a surplus in harvest that people here are willing to give vegetables to anyone who asks. I thought that was generous of them, but I wasn't prepared for the very generous spread waiting for us shortly after the harvest.
Look at the meal that they prepared for us. Not only the ampalaya that we harvested and the corn, but we have longganisa, we have dinuguan, and guess what? We even have lechon.
I spot an interesting looking vehicle by the roadside and I curiously approached it. DIY trucks like these are a familiar sight in the rural areas where Filipino ingenuity reigns supreme.
So sino naka-invento nito?
Siyempre, Piloy siya.
Pinoy.
Efficiency and cost effectiveness is key. And these improvised vehicles get the job done. One successful agri-entrepreneur the city is proud of is Mrs. Floresma Dacuycuy, or manang baby to the locals. We were treated to a traditional Filipino lunch cooked with ingredients grown in her farm. Even the freshwater prawns were caught right in her own backyard. And she shows me around the fish and prawn hatchery where they are grown. She also tends ornamental plants, bromeliads, and orchids. Another agricultural product in the region is rice, with the province of Isabela earning the title of being the rice granary of the north. Today, I visit one of the parents from CDC, Chito Liao, who owns a rice mill in the town. Milling rice is an important process in rice production. Before rice becomes edible, the husk and bran layers need to be removed to produce rice kernels are free from impurities. Chito's knowledge and passion for continuing this important agricultural practice is very inspiring.
Ang masasabi ko lang po, ang pagtatanim ng palay ay masaya po. Kasi marami tayong natutulungan, kung marami tayong napapakain. Yun po yung isa sa mga siguro pakonsuelo sa mga nagtatanim ng palay.
It is that that makes you happy.
Oho.
It's also not just because of the money. Wow, congratulations. I hope
Thank you, sir.
you can continue doing this and feeding me because I eat a lot of rice.
From the mill, we drive to the Valle sheep farm, where I meet with Ramond, one of the parents I also met during the talk in CDC. Here, in his sprawling property in an elevated portion of Cauayan City, Ramond raises sheep.
So ito, what breed is Valle lumalabas?
Bali, yung breed ko po, Dorper po, kinocross ko po Saint Croix. May konting kata din. Pero gusto ko po yung Saint Croix and Dorper.
Sheep herding is not very common in the Philippines, where there are no endemic sheep species. But here in the Cagayan Valley, where there are lots of open spaces, herding cattle has become a common industry. On my final day in Cauayan, I chose to spend time with what the locals consider the most picturesque part of their town, the Cagayan River.
This is the Cagayan River. It's the longest river in the Philippines and gives life to all the communities that it passes through.
The Cagayan River traverses 4 provinces with a length of over 300 miles. A source of marine life and irrigation for the fields, the Cagayan River is indispensable for sustenance in the valley. It is also responsible for making the soil fertile, allowing many types of crops to thrive.
I'm here with Eric from the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources to teach me a little bit more about what this river is all about.
The Cagayan River gives a lot of opportunities, especially for fishing.
What are the other fish do you have in this area?
It's already a well-known fish species here in Region 2, and that is ludong.
The river supports many endemic and endangered species, including the rare fish called the ludong. It is considered the most expensive fish in the Philippines, about 5,000 pesos or $100 a kilo. Wanting to see one up close, we hope to catch and release the famous ludong.
We're ready with our ludong nets. Carabaos are just taking it easy. I think they're laughing at me, saying that I may not catch anything. Oh, this thing is slippery. Letting the nets go.
Yes, sir.
And then we will go downstream together with this.
Yes, sir.
And this is the gill net.
The ludong spawns in the Cagayan River's upper reaches, and in late October until mid-November, travel down the river to release their eggs at the river mouth near Apari. Due to the dwindling number of ludong caught yearly, the local government has imposed a ban on catching the fish and its fingerlings. Eric tells me that the ludong does not breed well in captivity, and their department is currently doing studies on how this can be done. All we got were 2 small tilapias.
Well, this is our catch from our deadly gill net. It catches the fish on their gills.
Well, my luck in fishing has not improved, but Eric was right. This gives me more reason to come back and try again. I walked up to the hut by the side of the river where Romy and the family have set up a picnic along with the students from CDC. It was nice to hear what these young student leaders have to say about their town, and very inspiring to know that while they decide to pursue college studies in Manila, they still want to come back to Cauayan and be of service here. Cauayan is a place not mentioned in the travel books, but has given me an experience that can rival any top destination, if only for its kind and generous people. Meeting the Condat family gave me a better understanding of what selflessness really means. They are proof that living simply and being surrounded by family makes one truly happy. What Romy may not realize is that he is also my idol for his commitment to his vocation as an educator and as the head of his family. After spending time with the Cauayenos, I realized that the ideals and lessons I mentioned in my talk in CDC already exist in this town. And I consider myself very lucky because I was able to experience it firsthand.
This has been your captain, Joy Roa. See you in the next